Hey there, guys. Big B here. Hope everyone's doing great. With the Game Awards around the corner, I thought I'd make a video, basically a discussion video, or my thoughts, giving my thoughts, kind of a video on what I think would who would win in what category and what would the Game of the Year be. So we'll just go through the nominees list and I'll also show you what games I voted for on a personal level, and then let's see at a critical level, which game might win and what has the most chances of winning. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to the nominees. Let's look at all categories. All right, I'll not be going through all the categories. I'll just tell you which categories I'll be going through. Video game of the year, best direction, best narration, best score, best action game, best performance, best RPG, best fighter, best action adventure game. Okay, so these are the categories I'll be going for. So I don't know the difference between best action and best action adventure. We'll just see what we have there and let's discuss it. All right, you guys can comment below in the comment section whatever you feel like, what you think is the game of the year. And okay, let's go. Let's start with first, where should we go? Okay, let's go with best action adventure. Best action adventure, is it? Okay, best action adventure game. Let's see what do we have here. Okay, we've got Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Ooh, man. This is going to be a tough one, but I mean, looking at what we had throughout the year and what the game industry is also about and what people usually play, and and how the game awards select the winner, right? What do? They basically select their winner based on 90% of the critics, the selected judges which have to vote, and 10% of fan. The reason they've kept this is because it's a very subjective matter, right? Best video game. I mean, somebody would like Resident Evil 4, somebody would like Jedi Survivor. It's based on what that person feels is the perfect game for them, and this category is very, very, very interesting. I mean, my personal vote for best action adventure game would be Spider-Man. Okay, I would put my vote here. All right. But if you ask me critically, who would win this? There's a big chance that Alan Wake 2 or Zelda Tears of the Kingdom might take this. I mean, I would put Alan Wake 2 in the number 2 spot, and then I would say Zelda would win this merely based on the fact that, maybe, not maybe, but I'm pretty much sure, because that's the way, that's the games that the industry likes, and that, I wouldn't say momentum or that barrier has never been broken. People prefer these kinds of games, and if you go back into history, right, Zelda has dominated the Game Awards previously as well, and dominated preference from users as well. People love it a lot. But my personal take, I would want Spider-Man 2 to win this as a category because it was a great game. It was action, it was adventure, it had everything in it. All right, so it was jam-packed with all these things. But critically, I guess it's either Tears of the Kingdom or Alan Wake 2. Okay, let's go for the next category. That would be best score. Best score in music. Yeah, okay. Let's check this one out. What do we have here? Oh, okay. You've got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Legend of Zelda. Once again, I believe, if you ask my personal preference, and I really want Final Fantasy 16 to win this because I think that had the best score, among video games by far this year. I mean, this on a personal level, I just love Final Fantasy 16, and it's an amazing game. If I wanted, I would make it Game of the Year, but I can't. And the critics didn't like this game for some reason, but I think the fans loved this game a lot, and it was more accessible than the previous Final Fantasies. Okay, but back to the subject at hand. Okay, what do I think would win in this? Hi-Fi Rush. Oh man, I played that game, but can it beat out Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, and Zelda? Man, those three are heavy hitters, man. Those three are heavy hitters, all right? So I think that, Once again, I think it's either Zelda, Baldur's Gate, or Alan Wake, man. Either three of these. If I put it in a 1, 2, 3, I would put Baldur's Gate at 1, Zelda at 2, and Alan Wake at 3. Either of these three games would take it. Let's go to the next one, which is Best Narration. Best Narration. Where are you, Best Narration? There we go. Now, let's look at Best Narration. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, we've got Spider-Man 2. We've got Final Fantasy. You've got Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty. You've got Baldur's Gate 3, and you've got Alan Wake 2. This is very interesting. For me, if you ask for Best Narration, in my point of view, I would be split between Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy 16. Mainly because those are the type of games I like. I do like survival horror. I do like games like Alan Wake as well and Baldur Gate as well. But from my personal perspective, I would either pick either of these two. So I'll pick Spider-Man 2 right now as a personal preference over here, because I think that's a good narration there. But I believe either Cyberpunk or Alan Wake 2 will take this. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 would take this. Baldur's Gate 3, in terms of narration, is like, there's a lot of multiple choices, right? You choose what your adventure wants to be, right? But if you want a narrative given to you, there will either be something that is locked in, like Cyberpunk or Alan Wake 2 or Spider-Man or Final Fantasy 16. Let's see how this one turns out. This is a tricky one, guys. This is a really tricky one. Anyone can pull this out of the hat. In terms of, Spider-Man and Final Fantasy 16 both had great narratives. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 really takes you back to Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy, 8. If you love these three games, you would love Final Fantasy 16 because it has everything from those three games into this one. But once again, my choices, which I feel will win, Cyberpunk or Alan Wake 2. Let's go to the next category, guys. It's quite strange. I voted last time and it was in my ID, but now I can see my voters have not been there. Very strange. Okay, no worries. I'll vote everything again, I guess, later on as well. No worries. So, best narrative done. Let's go to best. Oh, we're down to best direction already? No. Oh, man, best action. Did I do best action? Oh, man, I messed this up. Okay, let's go back a notch. Okay. Best action adventure was done. Best score was done. Let's go to best RPG. Best RPG. This is a good category. Best RPG. Let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, man. Starfield is here. Sea of Stars, Lies of P, Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, best RPG. On a personal level, I wanted to be Final Fantasy 16, but I don't think that will ever win. But I will still give my vote to Final Fantasy 16. But at a critic level, I would think it would be Starfield or Baldur's Gate 3. Lies of P, I doubt it's gonna win, man. I doubt it very much. And Seas of Stars nominated is a big win for them as well. Okay, being nominated is a big win for them, in my opinion. Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield. Very interesting. Two games with very different gameplays and very different aspects to take it, right? I mean, Bethesda went with the old school, I think mid-2000s, late 2000s type of gameplay, right? Where you have to do every task, you go around, talk to people, understand what is going on and go ahead. And with that said, I'm surprised Starfield didn't get nominated for Best Narrative. It should have at least gotten nominated for that. If Baldur's Gate was nominated for Best Narrative, then this should have also gotten nominated for Best Narrative. But in this one, I think hands down, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it, just for the fact that a lot of people are playing it, and a lot of people love it, and the critics love it as well. So I think this is an open shut case. But in my opinion, I would give it to Final Fantasy 16. Okay, where do we go next? Best Fighter. Best Fighting Game. Best Fighting Game. Here we go. Best Fighting Game, hands down, I think Street Fighter 6 is winning it. Okay, if it doesn't, we riot. I don't think any other game came close. Some of these games I've not played, and I'm pretty much sure people would not have voted for it. I would be surprised if critics would be voting for either of these four games instead of Street Fighter 6 in the best fighting category. I would be surprised. I would be completely surprised. Street Fighter 6 is taking this. Okay, so where do we go? We did best RPG, action adventure, best fighter. Okay, let's go to best performance. This is something that I really like. Okay, this is a great category, I think. Game Awards really did a good job on this. Oh, they added a few more people. Oh, last time I remember, Yuri wasn't there for Spider-Man, if I'm correct. Or maybe I didn't see him, I guess. Okay. No worries. Hands down, I mean, I would give this to Ben Starr. I mean, I think he's winning this. I have not seen a more relatable Final Fantasy character in a very long time. I think the last one was maybe Titus. Yeah, Titus would be my last Final Fantasy character, which I thought was very relatable. I mean, at that time it was the game was amazing, Final Fantasy X. But I think Ben Starr did an amazing job with Clive, and I think some of the scenes in the game really take you down to a personal level, and it's that story of friendship, it is that story of love, it is that story of family, in Final Fantasy 16 that really hits to me really hard. And I think if it wasn't for Ben playing Clive, I don't think any other performance would have mattered. I mean, the moment he says, "Come to me, Ifrit," oh man, that is just amazing. I mean, that is just one line in the game, but then all his lines performed, especially what Clive and the interactions with Sid are available. And another thing about this game is that Sid, I'm surprised he didn't get nominated. The guy that plays Sid didn't get nominated. I'm surprised. He also did a very good performance in the game. I mean, it was really good. But hands down, I think Clive is taking this, man. I would be surprised if it goes to anybody else. Okay, so we're done with best performance. And best narrative and best score we already did, so let's go to best action. Now, very interesting. Best action game and best action adventure. Let's see what the difference here is. What is the best What is a best action game? Oh, okay. That's really different, no? Was Hi-Fi Rush in best action adventure? No, man. That doesn't make sense, right? No? Hi-Fi Rush was also adventure. Interesting choices, Game Awards. I mean, wow. They were really critical about this, huh? I think it would be between these three. But Ghost Runner 2 can also take it, huh? By the way, this is very tough. Hi-Fi Rush, I don't think will win it. I doubt it very much. It's either between these four: Armored Core, Dead Island, or Remnant 2. I would say it either be, or Ghost Runner as well, like I said. Either these four. Ghost Runner 2, Remnant 2 would be my choices, but then I will give it to, Armored Core 6. Why? Because I'm the liberator of Rubicon, baby. That's right. But critically, I think it would either be Remnant 2 or Ghost Runner 2. Dead Island 2, maybe users would have allowed a vote for it, but I think critics didn't like this game that much. Okay, let's go here. What else do we have? Best direction. Let's go. Oh, we have got best direction and best art direction. Okay, I'll do both. Let's do best art direction first. Let's see, what do we have here? Wow. 1, 2, 3. Hi-Fi Rush, huh? Super Mario Wonder. Wow. Guys. This is really strange, no? Art direction, huh? Alan Wake 2 or Zelda taking this. I'll vote for Alan Wake 2, but I think Zelda is going to take this. Okay, where do you go? Best game direction. Let's go here, man. Whoa. Just look at these games. All are heavy hitters, right? You got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario, Legend of Zelda. I don't think Zelda is winning this. My personal vote will go to Spider-Man 2, but I think Alan Wake 2 will take this category. I don't think Zelda will take Best Direction. And I don't think they'll give it to Zelda. Okay, just for the fact because Zelda is also nominated for Game of the Year. Let's go there. This is very interesting. Okay, you've got 6 nominees here, right? I mean, they want in some categories you have 6, some categories you have 5. So I find it very difficult. Either you keep it 6 or keep it 5, right? But why keep 6 Game of the Years? No, that's pretty tough. And you've got Resident Evil 4 here as a Game of the Year. Wow. I mean, I loved Resident Evil, and I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, just like the Final Fantasy series, because I'm an OG PlayStation player. Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, these were the games that made PlayStation, right? And including Metal Gear Solid as well, but there's no Metal Gear Solid to be nominated this year. But these three games really made the PlayStation what it is today. And all these three IPs are, third party IPs. They're not even first party IPs. It was very strange, but then they were very, very loyal to PlayStation back in the day. At least at the time of, till it was PlayStation 2, right? I think after PlayStation 3, all these games went to different platforms. Even, um, I think at the time of PlayStation 2, till whatever we had, Dreamcast still? We had a few things, yeah. And then slowly, when the Xbox came out, then slowly, these games started to, like Metal Gear. When Metal Gear 2 came out on the Xbox, I think I'm pretty much sure Microsoft paid a lot of money to Kojima to get that game there. Oh man, this is a tough one on a personal level. On a very personal level, I would want Resident Evil 4 to win, but then people will hate it because it's a remake. And for that matter, I don't want to vote for this one as well. Okay. Okay, guys. Now, Game of the Year. All right. Six nominations, like I said. All look like great games. All right. Especially, if you look come to from Alan Wake 2 to Baldur's Gate 3 to Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, all these games are great. People love them. People have played them. But, I mean, there is, you know, somebody has to win, right? So what makes a good game of the year? Like I've said before as well, it's a bit subjective, right? Everybody will have different standards, which they want to categorize or which they want to say that okay, this is my game of the year, right? And if we look at the critics and what the critics like, the critics mostly favor Nintendo. I mean, it's not about you know they're an old company. I think it's more about the fact that they're more family-oriented games and people play them more, and it's not just that adults like them; kids also like them, right? There's no age restriction there that anybody can play. So maybe I think that's the point where when critics when they vote, they look at all these things, right? But are they good games? Are they good enough to be game of the year? I mean, can Zelda beat out something like Baldur's Gate? Okay, or Alan Wake 2, or Spider Man 2, or Resident Evil 4. I mean, all these games are pretty great, pretty huge, and have got so much replay value that you can keep on playing these games, right? And, uh, I mean, once again, to the point, the critics love Zelda, Mario. I mean, they love Nintendo, and they love, but I believe this barrier has to break. I mean, in order for the games to progress, in order for other people to win, this barrier has to break. Now, if I go back, let's go back to Rewind here. I guess some of the past moments. Okay. What is this? No. Okay, if I go to. Okay, let's go from 2022. Okay, let's see the last game nominations. Okay, no, can we see here? No. Rewind. This is what Arcade Fires winners. Okay, where do I go to prior winners? Okay. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm just having trouble here. Okay, let's just rewind to 2022. Okay, I guess this is the one. Okay, so Elden Ring won. Okay, best game direction, best game of the year, best narrative, best art direction, best music score. Okay, so it was pretty much God of the War and Elden Ring, right? God of War and Elden Ring that merely had it, right? But there was no other. I guess I can't see the nominees, right? Interesting winners. Okay, if I come to winners here, even if I go to highlights, I don't remember what was nominated. Okay, let's do this. Game Awards nominations. Let's go to 2022 when Elden Ring won. Okay. Okay. But this is for 2022. Okay, let's go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia might have them here. Okay. Announcements. Christopher Judge. Okay. Let's look at this game of the year. Okay, let's see what game. Xenoblade, Stray. I mean, none of these games would compare to Elden Ring, right? Nothing would compare to Elden Ring. Okay, so let's go a year back. The reason I'm doing this, I just want to prove my point here, and I guess people will understand. Let's go to 2021. What was nominated? Okay, It Takes Two. Okay, no Nintendo game. Okay, let's go for 2020. Let's see what is here. The Last of Us. No. Oh, Animal Crossing was there, huh? Last of Us 2 beat Animal Crossing, but I don't think Animal Crossing has got that much big of a following than that. 2019, I remember, was Sekiro. Okay. Super Smash Brothers. Okay. Bandai Nintendo Ultimate. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. Let's come here. I want. Oh, okay. So interesting fact here. Let's go to 2017. Was it 2017? Yeah. Okay. Breath of the Wild. Let's see what games we got. Super Mario Odyssey, Persona, Player. Okay. Not much in terms of nominations, right? But then Breath of the Wild won. Okay. Jury voted awards. All right. So I mean, the jury voted for that, right? So it is a big thing there. But now that I'm looking at the history, I think if I come back to the nominees, and if you okay come to the game there, I think this is gonna be tough. I don't think Zelda is gonna take this one. I think it's either going to be Baldur's Gate 2, Spider-Man 2, or Alan Wake. It's got to be these three. I don't think Zelda and Mario are going to take it this year. It'll be tough, but I don't think they will. In my personal opinion, if you ask me, and if I don't consider remakes, but still Resident Evil 4 is a great game, and it does qualify, in my opinion, for Game of the Year. But a lot of people say that remakes shouldn't be nominated since it's not a whole new game. It's the same game, but just with updated graphics and just minor tweaks left and right, right? And now, if you come to Spider-Man 2, it's a completely whole new game. It has got everything that you want: the graphics, the gameplay, the story, everything that a player wants, in a video game. And it's got a lot of I guess more accessibility than the previous one. So it's really good. It's really great. And then if you come to Baldur's Gate 3, right? Baldur's Gate 3, a huge multiplayer game online, a huge community online, right? People are still playing this game, and it's a huge game. I mean, it's hard to beat, it's hard to finish, and there's so much to do in the game, right? I mean, from character design, character building to, various dungeon fights and everything. So there's a lot to do in this game, and in terms of playability, there's a lot of playability in this game, right? That's why I think Baldur's Gate 3 is also a good winner for Game of the Year. Now, Alan Wake 2, a very good narration, a very good narrative game, right? I mean, I think it sucks player in. There's a lot of fan base for this video game as well, okay? And people love it. And I think the critics also love this game a lot. So, in terms of gameplay, playability, I don't think replay value is there, but then if you play it, you will love the game and you will like the game, and you might want to play it once more. Okay, maybe if you're a fan, you'll play it more and more, just to get a little bit know-how a bit about the lore, just understand it a bit more, But then people will love to play it. People will love to take it, right? So my vote will go to Spider-Man 2 for Game of the Year. Okay, and then we're going to see in the award show how it turns out. So I have put in my nominations, I have put in my votes in this video, and then let's see what happens at the Game Awards, right? We'll see if how many of my predictions go right, and I'll make a post video as well for the awards, just talking about what happened at the awards and how the award shows were, and I would love to see your guys' comments in the comment section telling me, what do you think the Game of the Year should be, and which games did you play last year and which games did you guys like. So let me know in the comments below, and also don't forget to check out my TikTok channel, my Instagram channel. I'll put the tags in the videos as well. Please comment, like, share if you like the content. It's great having you guys as a gaming community and all. So if you want me to put more content out there, I'll put more content out there. Okay, till that time, you guys take care, and we'll meet after the Game Awards. And I hope you guys have a lovely week ahead. Take care, guys. Peace.